MP America praises single motherhood and white supremacy is holding black people back from succeeding. Listen, man, I'm back with another reaction video, guys, and today we're going to be reacting to another Poor Man's Podcast debate. You get what I'm saying? We got my boy Poor Man's Podcast. He's going to be, having a discussion with this young black woman. Her name is Mary. You get what I'm saying? And, they're going to be talking about single motherhood. You know what I'm saying? This should be a very interesting topic. But I ain't going to waste your time. We're going to get straight into the video. But first, I need y'all to do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And most of all, turn on those post notifications so you get notified when I upload a new video. So without further ado, we're going to hop straight into it.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm calling it. I'm in and out, so let me know if I may have missed some things. But if I'm not mistaken, your topic was about women and being held accountable for their actions, right, and the choices that they make when they're dating. So I heard you mention a statistic. You said 78% of black females are single mothers, right?
No, 78% of black babies are born out of wedlock.
Okay, so
I believe that the percentage of single mothers is 41%.
Okay, so I didn't come to necessarily disagree. What I came to say was I believe that men giving women advisory on accountability is not going to get digested, right?
Why do you assume that?
I think that when they're hearing it from a male, it sounds like it's misogynistic or what's the word, patriarchal or whatever the word you want to use.
Right. That's because you've digested the feminist movement and everything that a man tells you is not good.
Exactly. But I think that it would be best if women who have made these poor decisions to...
And listen, I know this is a little bit, well, it's not really off topic, but I'm going to continue the video. I just want to get this point across, right? So one of my previous videos, a woman had commented on one of my previous videos, right? And she said that, well, all you men, y'all make these videos criticizing females and making females take accountability, right? But what about criticizing men that need to take accountability and making them see the faults in their actions? Well, to, retort to that point, listen, I believe that we need to take accountability from both sides. I believe that men need to take accountability and women need to take accountability. See, now, what y'all are not going to see on this channel, right? What y'all are not going to see on this channel is a dude like me just bashing women all day. I'm not doing that. Like, there are going to be times when I'm going to criticize men too, because it's not always the woman's fault. I'm not stupid. Like, I understand that men need to take accountability as well. To be honest, I feel like I shouldn't really have to explain this. It should just be common sense, but not everybody has common sense, unfortunately. So it's just, but the point I'm trying to make is that I understand that accountability should be taken from both sides. A man should be able to take accountability just as much as a woman should be able to take accountability. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm Mr. Right and I know everything and that I got it all down pat, because I don't. You feel me? It's still a lot of things that I have to learn. So, come on, bro. Like, you feel me? I'm just stating out flaws that I see in a lot of women in today's society. But if I see some flaws in a man, I will state them. I will point those flaws out as well. To that woman that watched my previous video, I just want you to know, this is not a channel where I'm just going to be bashing females all the time. That's not me. You get what I'm saying? I'm not Steph is cold. I'm not fresh and fit. I'm not none of them niggas, bro. I don't be on that type of timing. Excuse my language, but I'm not on that type of timing. So I'm sorry, guys. I just wanted to put that out there, man, because, some woman, she commented on my previous videos saying that, basically saying that I just criticize, I'm just like the rest of these content creators where I just criticize women all day, when that's clearly not what I'm doing.
And be honest, 100% honest with other women. A lot of the women, like, I'm a single mother, or I was a single mother, but a lot of women don't tell other women the truth what comes with
lifestyle.
being what comes with being a
That
single
is
I
mother,
agree
true.
with you more.
and what comes with, like, what are the lifelong consequences with being a single mother, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that men telling this to women, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. It should really be the majority of women in our race that are single mothers
I agree
talking
with you.
to these women.
I agree with you, but unfortunately, in our culture, this behavior is seen as a good thing. I can't even tell you the number of articles I've seen on CNBC and all these other on Forbes talking about the improvement of black single mothers and giving black single mothers all this clout and making it seem like this is cool to do. This is not a good thing to do, and I'm happy you came on here and talked about it. But I do have to tell you this. And you guys can look up the clinical studies on behavior between men and women. But the truth is this: women, and it is seen as a feminine trait. I explained this in another show, but I'm going to explain it a little bit more in depth now.
Yeah.
Women have a trait called agreeableness. Now, agreeableness makes it great for you to live socially because women are social beings. Women exhibit a lot more social behavior than men. So, because they need social structure to survive in society, women have grown to be very agreeable. One of the traits so it makes you good with teams. It makes you really good with teams. And if you look at the number of patents that have been put out, 95% of the patents were put by men, but the 5%, the remaining 5%, 3% or 4% of that was put out by women in teams. Only 1% were put out by single women. Another example: women all the time when they go to the gym, what do they need? A gym buddy. Women like to work in teams. Women like social structure. But another trait of agreeableness
And it's crazy. It's very interesting that he brought up the gym examples because, you know, I be going to the gym, right? And I'll see some females in the gym. And most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, I'll see two girls with each other. Sometimes, every now and then, you might see three girls coming to the gym together. You feel me? They're all in a little friend group. You get what I'm saying? But they're just coming to the gym to work out. You get what I'm saying? Which is good for them. You know what I'm saying? They're staying in shape. You get what I'm saying? Which is what I always try to promote. You get what I'm saying? Health is wealth. That's what I try to promote all the time. Health is wealth, right?
Trait is that you're more likely, you're less likely to engage in conflict. Okay? You're less likely to engage in conflict. So that means you're less likely to tell your friends when they have a problem. Because what that does is it creates too much animosity and too much conflict. And women, generally speaking, especially if they're feminine enough, avoid that kind of physical conflict or what it could lead to. So it's just, you can look up the clinical studies. I'm not bullshitting this. I may put all of this stuff in the description for people that want to see it, but it's already in depth. And the clinical studies are basically studies done by hospitals and doctors to get things approved in terms of medications. So these are some of the best studies a lot of the times in America. So when you ask for women to hold women accountable, generally speaking, the more feminine women won't do that because it creates conflict. So this is how it works. I mean,
and there's a woman, I think she's called Naturally Fashionable or whatever her name is. She holds other women accountable, and she gets constantly dragged. And I just think that I guess we're going to be kind of stagnant because until other women can talk to other women honestly and hold other women accountable, then there won't be much change, or the change will be very slow. Because I've had instances where I'm around a lot of other younger females because I'm in the military, and I talk to them all the time. They don't have kids. They are like in their prime. They're single. They got everything going for them, and they want to have a child. They're like, oh, I want to go and have a kid. And I'm like, well, what about marriage first?
yeah.
Or what about dating?
I'm so happy you're saying these things.
Yeah, what about those things first? And they're like, oh, well, it doesn't have to be done that way. And I'm like, it does have to be done that way.
And that's another point I wanted to make. And this is a lot of the disconnect. And somebody just said, why are you obsessed with black women? Well, I was raised by them. I want black communities to practice group economics to bring ourselves up so we don't have to complain about police killings because we...
Yeah, when I seen that comment that just showed up, I was just like, bruh. See, and that's exactly what I be talking about. You feel me? Like, I watch the Poor Man's Podcast, so I know the perspective that he be coming from a lot. You get what I'm saying? So, what he's trying to do is that he's just trying to make sure that the black community, he's trying to in a way make the black community stay together and become stronger. You feel me? There's a reason why other races of people, other ethnicities and races and other cultures are much stronger than the black community when it comes to, group economics and, and family economics and stuff like that. It's because, other races, specifically Asians, and the reason why I bring up the Asian people is because the Asian people, what makes them stand out from all other races is that they're very traditional. Like the Asian community, they're very traditional. They stay together. You feel me? And that's what puts them above the black community. They stay together, man. You get what I'm saying? But it's like we live in a society now where the black community, they're just so like it. I don't know. It's just like the black community is becoming more divided now. It's becoming way more divided. You get what I'm saying? And it's sad, man. It really is. It's sad. So really, all Poor Man's Podcast is trying to do is that he just wants black people to just stay together, man, and build stronger communities. That's really what he's trying to do. You get what I'm saying? But a woman that's being overly emotional and not really understanding the logical perspective that he's coming from, she's gonna look at it like he's just bashing women, or bashing black women specifically, when really he's just stating statistical facts that have been proven by actual studies. But it is what it is, I guess.
Pay our police officers. We own our own schools. We don't have to worry about the education being poor because we own our own school. This is why I'm married to a black woman. These are the reasons why I care about black women. Yeah. But another point is this, and
it's crazy. I'm sorry for keep pausing the video, but I just want to say this, and now I'm gonna just let the video keep going. I love black women. You get what I'm saying? Black woman is really all I know. You get what I'm saying? I would love to marry a black woman, but most of the black women that I come across, they tend to be ghetto. They tend to have this overly masculine energy within them. And the reason why that is because most black girls in today's society, they're addicted to social media, Instagram. They're too influenced by a lot of these, negatives, celebrities like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, you know what I'm saying, city girls. You have a lot of black girls that listen to girls like that, and they become influenced by them, like brainwashed by them in a way. And it's just, and then they're taught from a young age, you need to do this to a dude. You need to finesse him and this and that. And it's just like, bro, ladies, I'm gonna just tell y'all, man, that shit is not cute, man. It's not cute. It's not cute, man. For real. It's unattractive. Very unattractive. You feel me? And I love black women, so it's like when I see my own race, you feel me, just be on that type of timing, it pisses me off. It, like, I'm not gonna lie, it really pisses me off, because it's like, what is happening to my people, man? Seriously, like, what is happening to my people? You get what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man.
This is a point that actually my wife made. That's her right there. She said that in order to have a relationship, you have to be willing to listen to a man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you want a man to lead, you have to be willing to listen to him. That's just how it works. And there are a lot of tough situations in relationships that you got to be willing to get through. Yes, but you're going to need somebody that's emotional, and you're going to need somebody that's able to be the rock in that relationship, to lead that relationship to where it needs to be. It's just that simple. I mean, and I agree, some men are too emotional. And they get into these emotional spills where they're allowing the women to pull them into these emotional tyrants, and they get too aggressive and this and that. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that men should be that way. I think men should be stoic. And when I say stoic, yeah, I mean not void of emotion, but reluctant to indulge in emotion, especially when handling difficult situations. So, but yeah, I appreciate you, Mary, for coming on. Let me go ahead and get somebody else up in here, Mary.
Alright, so we're just gonna end the video off right there. I just wanna get off a few points. You get what I'm saying? Cause he's getting ready to go to another woman. But yeah, man, when it comes to the black community and black females specifically, man, I love black women. You feel me? Very beautiful. I love my people, man. So it's just like when I see my people, when I see the women from my race acting so ignorant and just, acting like they know everything and you can't tell them nothing. And then whenever a black man tries to tell them something, it's just like, oh, he's being misogynistic. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's trying to control me and tell me what to do. And it's like the Poor Man Podcast just said, man, if you're going to be in a relationship with a man, if you're willing to let the man lead the relationship, then therefore you have to be willing to listen to him. You have to be willing to listen to him. The relationship is not going to work if you're not willing to listen to your man. You get what I'm saying? And for the men, right? For the men, what y'all need to do is, y'all need to control y'all emotions. Control yourself. You know what I'm saying? If a woman is pissing you off or making you angry, don't go back and forth with her. Don't do that. You feel me? Be stoic. Keep your masculine frame. Don't get emotional. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I remember I had a discussion with a girl the other day about, men being emotional and stuff. And she was like, it's okay for men to be emotional and stuff. But she's not understanding the perspective that I was coming from when I say it's not okay for men to be emotional. Now, there are cases where it is okay for a man to be emotional. And those cases involve situations like, God forbid, a family relative of yours passes away. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's say, God forbid, your mom dies, right? It's okay for you to be a little emotional because that's your mom. That's your, she brought you to this world. You feel me? That's your mother. So it's okay for you to be a little emotional. Or like, if your pops die or something, it's okay for you to be a little emotional. Or your brother die or something. Like, you feel me? In situations like that, it's okay to be a little emotional. I'm not saying you have to be bawling out, crying and stuff. No, but it's okay to be a little emotional. Now, if we're talking about a situation where, like, you are just having, like, an argument with a girl and, she say something mean to you or something, that doesn't give you the right to just start crying and stuff. Like, no, you gotta man up. You feel me? Maintain your masculine frame. Be stoic. Don't never let a woman get you out of your masculine frame and make you get all emotional and stuff. That's not where you want to be as a man. So, for any men that's watching this, control your emotions. You feel me? Maintain your masculine frame at all times. Like, just know your worth as a man and never let a woman make you get out of character. And ladies, if you're gonna be in a relationship with a man, you have to be willing to listen to that man. You feel me? And let him lead the relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because I know for sure you don't want to lead the relationship. You want a man that knows how to get things done and can, take care of business and stuff. That's the type of man you want to be with. You don't want to be with a man that's always asking you what to do and stuff like that. Because a man that's always asking you what you want to do and stuff like that, that means he don't got no confidence. He don't got no self-worth. He don't know what to do. So he's just asking you what to do all the time. That's not the type of man you want to be with. You feel me? That's all I gotta say, man. But this was very interesting. This wasn't really a debate, which I really liked. I like the fact that this was really just a discussion between two educated, black people. You get what I'm saying? And, I like that. You feel me? I like that. I like that she was very understanding of what Poor Man Podcast was coming from. I also like that Poor Man's Podcast, he was very understanding of where she was coming from. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all on the next reaction.